Hello everybody and welcome back to the Retro Union Collectors channel today. And today we are taking a look at another one of the Velocitron Speedia 500 collection figures. This is Diaclone Universe Clampdown. And this guy was so hard to find. But first, before we take a look at him, let's take a look at his box. So just like all the other ones of these Velocitron Speedia collection boxes, it's got this really nice blue and purple color scheme to it. Got some art right here of Clampdown. Continues onto that side. Got the Legacy logo, Diaclone Universe Clampdown. See him in his vehicle mode up there. This side you got some more cool art of him. On the back here you can see him in his robot mode and his vehicle mode. Looking very cool. But that is about it for the box, so let's get that out of here and we can bring him back in. So I think this is one of the coolest figures in the Velocitron Speedia 500 collection, in my opinion. This is one of the coolest looking ones. Is it just because I love Lamborghinis? Maybe. Maybe. It's a possibility. I do love Lamborghinis, but this guy, it's just really, really cool looking. I believe this is the Kingdom Sideswipe mold, but it is painted into what I believe is supposed to be a police car. For some reason I was thinking search and rescue, but no, this is a police car. It says Cybertron on his chest plate there. And it's kind of hard to capture, but he does have blue eyes in there. But they're very shaded out by his huge face plate there, if you see what I mean. So they oftentimes show up as just shadowed. But he does have blue eyes. He also has some blue, the same blue down here. It's a nice metallic blue. But overall, he is a really nice, kind of off gray kind of color. But then in vehicle mode, he's primarily just white. But very, very cool looking. I really like how he turned out. And let me tell you the story of acquiring this guy. So my local Walmart did not get these guys when on the actual release date. I had to go into my Walmart at 6 a.m. at the time that they opened for a week straight just to find this guy, as well as the guy we'll talk about next. Not going to spoil what it is. I'm sure you know. But these two were very, very difficult for me to acquire. But I think it turned out really, really good. He does have two accessories. He has, I guess three, kind of. But he has this rocket launcher here. Very cool with this little tab here. That way it can plug into those pegs on his shoulders. And then that tab there so he can hold it. But you can fire the missile, I guess. And so that is two pieces there. I prefer to just store that right there. And then he's got his gun here. Oh, I guess four. I forgot about one. So he's got this gun here, which I believe, it's the same gun that came with the Sideswipe and the deep cover and stuff. But if you take this off right here, his light bar is also an accessory. And that is because you can put it into that hole right there, and he can hold it as some kind of weapon. And now that I actually see that in person, it's not too bad. I kind of thought that looked not real cool, but it's not bad at all. Looks pretty cool. Interesting utilization of a vehicle mode part, I suppose. But I prefer to just keep it back here. Right there. And I prefer to use this as a gun, not some kind of blunt force weapon. But for articulation on this guy, he is pretty much the same as all the other side swipes. He's got pretty good rotation on the head here, It's on a ball joint, so you can look side to side quite a bit, up, down, a lot. Full 360 rotation on the head. His arms can do a full 360 as well as come out to a 90-degree. Bicep swivel, 90-degree elbows. No wrist swivel, but it can kind of go in and out. I don't know if you would really need that or not, but it's there. Waist articulation. You can kick forward about 90 degrees. Back. If you kind of break his legs there, you can kind of get 90 degrees. Come out about 90 degrees, same deal. You do have thigh rotation as well as a, is that below 90? I don't know if that's here. Push that piece back up in there. Yeah, below 90 knee bend. Wow, that's not real good knee bend there actually. But he's got some good ankle articulation, just that way. None forward, none up. It can, but not when it's transformed properly. So I guess fairly a little bit limited in the legs, I guess, as articulation goes. But for a comparison, I do not have any Sideswipe, actually. But I do have a deep cover. So we can take a look at that. That is how the Generation Selects deep cover looks next to this Clampdown. And deep cover is the Siege mold, whereas Clampdown is the Kingdom mold, and they're like virtually identical. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of expected more of a difference. There's minimal to none, other than like retooling on some of the like I mean, I guess if you look here, his shoulder piece there has that little curve. This one is tooled a little different. That's just minor things like that to make the alt mode look slightly different. But other than that, there's really no difference, other than paint. And I guess, now I see it, a little bit in the head sculpt. But we can get him out of here.
So I know that I literally just said I don't have any side swipes, and I knew this was coming, but I didn't expect this to show up like this soon. But here, just a few days after I initially recorded this review, Sideswipe showed up. So this is the Kingdom Sideswipe, and as you can see, these are the same mold. This is from the 2-pack, the whatever you want to call it, that Battle Across Time 2-pack. Very cool. As you can see, they, minus the light bar, they are identical. And paint, of course. But get him out of here, though.
And we can go ahead and get this guy transformed into his very cool Lamborghini Countach mode. To see that, to see the transformation guide, link will be in the description as well as right up here. Check that out, and we can come back to this video. And here he is in his very, very, very cool Lamborghini Countach police car mode. And I do not believe this is a licensed Lamborghini, but man, they nailed certain things on this. This looks very, very good. Got that light bar on top. Police down the side. What does that say right there? Does that just say Cybertron? Yep. Very cool. Definitely a fan of how this guy turned out. Really digging the police car look with him. The light bar. That translucent plastic they used for it just looks great. It just kind of glows. Very, very cool. For a quick comparison with this guy, we can bring deep cover back out. And I believe deep cover is also supposed to be some kind of Cybertronian police car, maybe? He's got badges on him. I'm not sure. Not sure what it's supposed to be, but instead of a Lamborghini symbol, he's got a little star symbol. But Very cool. You can kind of see the very minor differences in the tooling between the Siege and the Kingdom mold. The Siege mold is much more rounded in the front. Kingdom is more squared off. Just various things in the tooling. But other than that, virtually identical. Transformation, virtually identical. And you can, let's see, you can take this off and put it on there, and even that looks really nice. Wouldn't mind getting me a extra little light bar piece. Very cool. Definitely like how these guys turned out. We can get him out of here now, though.
Alrighty here, so once again, coming at you a few days after initially recording this video, but here is the Kingdom Sideswipe for comparison in alt mode. And again, that deep cover was the Siege mold. These are both the Kingdom mold. Yeah, so I recorded this video, said I didn't have any sideswipes, and then it was like 2 days later, this dude showed up in the mail. So there we go. Very, very cool. We can continue with the programming, though.
And we can take him from his very cool police car mode back to his robot mode. Once again, link in the description as well as up here for that transformation guide. Check that out, and we can finish this video up. So, to finish this video up here, this guy was one of the funnest and longest toy hunt times I've had in a while. Him and the one we'll get to next. Don't want to spoil it. It's probably obvious though. But very, very cool. I like how he turned out. I'm liking how all these Velocitron figures are turning out. Each one of them is unique in its own way, although they're almost all repaints of something else. And I kind of like that. But if you enjoyed that review, let me know with a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me your story of how you got a Clampdown. Did you have to search the stores at 6 a.m. like I did, or did you just order it online? Let me know. And don't forget to leave a subscribe. That way you don't miss more Velocitron Speedia 500 figure reviews in the future. And have a good night.